Recently, I had a comment on one of our YouTube videos which I believe echoes the thoughts and feelings of many of you who subscribe to the channel. And it goes something along the lines of this. I've been applying for loads of jobs at these companies. It's the same type of job. I've got the availability, I've got the skills. Why is no one giving me a chance? What can I do? What else can I do? Okay, let's flip the script. When somebody advertises a job role, they need that job to be filled. I am a business owner. When I advertise for a job, I am desperate to find the right person. Notice I didn't say anybody. I said the right person, because the opportunity cost of getting the wrong person is huge. It costs money, it costs time, it costs morale, and potentially it could cost us business. Employers don't just want to employ anybody who says that they can do the job. Now, contrary to popular belief, employers do not meet up at a little club once a week and point at your CV and laugh and want to mock and humiliate you. They just want to find the right person for the job. So when you feel like nobody's giving you a chance, here are 8 things you are probably doing, which is why no one is giving you a chance. Bearing in mind, nobody owes you anything. This is an important thing to remember. And afterwards, 8 things that you can do to get employers to give you a chance. 4 of those things you can do for free in the Application Success Secrets and the link down below, which is completely free, which removes all objections for you being able to do this, unless you're willing to accept the truth. So first of all, here's the 8 reasons why no employer is giving you a chance. Number 1, your CV is terrible. It's generic, it's vague, it's not specific to the job that you're applying for, or it is your own personal monologue / hall of fame about why you're amazing, while bearing into no consideration about what I or an employer actually wants. Number 2, on your CV, you don't have any of the skills that the job description is actually asking for. What that means is, when a person looks at your CV or an application tracking system scans the words in your CV looking for the keywords that are contained in the job description, they're not there. Why? Because your CV is generic and you're not customizing it to each different type of job. So therefore, according to the application tracking system robots, you're just not a good match for the job. Number 3, your cover letter is terrible. It's generic. It's a fill in the box cover letter where you basically change the name of the company, the job that you're applying to, and you use the same cover letter over and over again. And therefore it's not specific to any particular job, because somebody wants to know more than just that you can do X job. That they want to know that you have the skills that are required to do that job. Number 4, you're not specific about what you want. If you want a really quick way to feel suicidal when applying for jobs, just apply for everything. Any possible thing that you can think of. It's a really quick way to smash your computer or jump out of a window. You've got no plan, you've got no direction, and you're just randomly throwing darts in the dark, hoping that you hit bullseye and getting frustrated when you don't. Number 5, you are unrealistic in your expectations. You keep asking out the same person on a date, expecting them to say yes, and getting resentful when they say no, even though the last 4 times you asked them out on a date, they said no. Are you being realistic in what you're aiming for? Are people like you doing the jobs that you are applying for? Number 6, you are avoiding an awkward but unresolvable truth. You don't have a work permit. You're applying for a job from a different country. You don't have the grade required to do that job. and therefore you have a permanent sense of frustration because you're not getting the answer that you want because you refuse to accept a permanent truth that needs to be resolved before you make progress. Number 7, you're not doing your homework. You're not preparing for interviews. You're not doing your online test practice. You're not taking the time to write a good CV, do a good cover letter, make sure that your job application answers are correct. You're just winging it. You're just basically going, hey, yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. And then you're upset because when you compete against a person who's actually doing their homework, you lose. And underneath that is a little bit of ignorance and a whole lot of arrogance. Why do you deserve the opportunity when you do very little actual homework, when the person who puts in a lot of work to prepare is actually getting the job that you're going for? I wonder why. Number 8, your volume is too low. Based upon recent survey data, the average UK graduate will apply for 37 jobs. The average US graduate will apply for 23 jobs. Professionals will apply for 50 plus jobs. If you haven't even applied and know that you have applied well, this does not include one-click apply, for 50 plus jobs, your volume is too low. You are too quickly disheartened because you got rejected from the 4, 6, 12 jobs that you've applied to over a period of a month or two, when you're competing against somebody who might be applying for 5, 10 jobs a day. Even if they're doing 5 quality applications a week, that's 20 quality applications a month. That's over 200 a year. What are the chances are that they're going to make more progress than you? Okay, so there were some inconvenient truths. Maybe that was slightly awkward for you. Maybe it made you feel a bit like inside. That's okay, because ultimately we can't find the solution until we identify the problem and we're really honest about the problem. There is no point in lying to yourself. There's no point in me lying to you. What's really helpful is that I say, look, this is the problem. Do you agree? Great. So now what's the solution? Number 1, write an awesome CV that's actually personalised. Now you'll notice for these first 4 points, they've got these little green arrows because everything that you need to do this, you can get for free in Application Success Secrets down below. Costs you absolutely nothing. You could probably do most of these in an afternoon. Number 2, match your skills to the job description. So the next time when you're applying for a job or a particular role across different companies, find out all the skills, put them in your CV. You'll find that all in Application Success Secrets. Number 3, actually write personalised cover letters. Stop sending out your garbage generic cover letters and wondering why nobody's getting back to you. Just use our 6-step cover letter cheat sheet and write personalised cover letters. I would rather that you do 5 quality applications a week than 50 garbage ones. Plus it'll be so much better for your self-esteem and you won't feel like you want to kill yourself. Number 4, be clear in what you want. Actually make an application plan. So when you get those pockets of time during the week, you know exactly what you need to do. You can keep up to date by updating your application plan. You can understand what's going wrong. Why are these people not getting back to me? I did get an interview here. Okay, cool. So now I have a system, a process for getting an interview. How can I repeat this process with my other applications? Number 5, if you get a no, that means you need to improve, change your expectations, test something new, test something different. A no doesn't mean a no. A no is an opportunity to learn. Number 6, be honest with yourself. A work visa is a perfect example. I get anywhere from 30 to 50 messages a week from people who are based in different countries and say, how can I work in the UK? Dude, to be honest, you know how. I realise that it's difficult. We each have different living circumstances, but the truth is, if you want to work in the UK, the quickest and easiest way is to come and study in the UK. So it's about getting better and creating those opportunities. I am very grateful that I grew up in the UK and that my parents came over in the 80s and they had to go through their own struggles to give me that opportunity. And that's something that you need to bear in mind for yourself, because the time that you're taking to try to apply for a job in a different country, instead of going, okay, that's not going to happen, how can I create a situation or scenario where that can happen? That's just time well spent. Number 7, prepare like your life depends on it. Don't be so casual. Don't be casual about online tests. Don't be casual about job applications. Stop treating everything like, well, it doesn't really matter. It does matter, and your self-esteem tells you that it matters. So treat it like it's really serious. Set aside time in your week like it's the most important thing in your life, because it probably is. Is it nice to date? Of course it is. To play sport, to watch things, to do things, to see friends, all of this. But would your life be 10x better if you actually had a job that you wanted and then you could do all those other things? 100%. That's the way that I feel about business. There's lots of things that are nice, that I like to do, but I know that if the business is working and really operating in a way that's effective and efficient, then the rest of my life gets better and it gives me the time to do those things. And lastly, if your volume is low, do more. Do it better. So if you're not keeping track of the things that you're doing, then you're basically doing yourself a disservice. You are lying to yourself. This whole video is really an opportunity for me to say to you with absolute love in my heart, please stop lying to yourself. Stop saying that it's everybody else's fault, that no one gives you a chance, that basically you are the next best thing since sliced bread. That may well be true, but if you're not doing the work, if you're not putting in the hours, if you're not acquiring the skills, then it doesn't really matter. I know plenty of incredibly intelligent people who do terrible jobs and hate their life. And they still think because they're clever, then that gives them a sense of ownership to have certain things. It doesn't. You need to outwork your competition, and that doesn't have to be that difficult. Make sure you check the link down in the description below for application success secrets. All that stuff is free. Let me know what you thought about this video, whether you enjoyed this style of video. Please leave me a comment. I read all the comments. I respond to all the comments. The more comments you leave, the more likes that you give the video, the more that I know, aha, my audience like this content. Bye.